Let's get this party started, Mr. Reggie. Here we go. All right, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever and wherever you may be listening. This is Southern Gospel Point of View. We're doing it a little bit different. We are live on YouTube right now, so hopefully everything's going well. You could hear us. We may pause from time to time just to double check what we're doing is actually working. But, Reggie, how in the world are you, my friend?
My buddy, I am too blessed to be depressed, my friend.
That's good. That is very, very good. And it appears that we are well on our way to being live. And you are acting the fool over there and playing drums. Do you play drums, Reggie?
I haven't played drums in a while.
Is that
I
is
did
that
growing
every
up.
little boy's dream is to play drums? Because I do it
Um,
too.
yeah, I guess. I that was one of my first instruments I ever played,
Yeah.
and so I was like, uh, I was probably 9, 10 years old when I got my first drum set, but I hadn't played in probably 20 years.
Really?
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Because I play guitar, bass, and banjo now. So
Yeah, one of these days you need to bring your banjo on here. I think I've asked you that several times, but
I
you've
know,
yet to do that.
I know. Well, I don't get to play it as often as I want, and I ain't as good as I want to be. And so when I get a little better, I will bring it on, and I will do a little diddle diddle dee.
Oh, how was that? What was
Diddle diddle dee.
diddle diddle dee? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Now we do have a friend of ours that is tremendous on a banjo, and that's Brother Ryan Goins.
oh yeah, Ryan Goins. Let's give a shout out to Ryan. Let me just see if I could find Ryan's YouTube account.
Mhm.
Isn't it Baptist Banjo?
I believe so. I believe it's bad. Yeah, you like what I'm drinking out of here, don't? Let me show
Brother,
that. Let me
brother,
show that
look,
to everybody here. Yeah,
we're
yeah.
we're twins. Look at there.
We're twinsies. If we could,
Mm-mm.
toast or something, I don't know how you do
Do
that.
not ever say twinsies again. Not happening. Not
He's
happening.
he actually sent me a YouTube video of him playing, and I'm trying to pull up to see. Yeah, Baptist banjo.
Yeah. The
Uh,
Baptist Banjo. Let's
yeah,
tell me if you can hear this. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear that.
I can hear it.
Okay.
Turn it up a little bit. There you go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's doing good.
Oh,
He's
he
doing
can
good.
jam.
So,
He
Reggie,
can do that. He can do that little where he's
oh
playing
man,
and turn the keys. Oh
yes.
man.
I love that. I love it.
Hmm.
It goes wow, wow.
Hmm.
So Reggie, man, we just came off of episode 21. We
Yep.
had Pastor Justin Pratt, and man, that was a great show. It was a great episode, and I really enjoyed it. And it kind of it challenged me,
Oh yeah.
especially it seems like the whole gist of everything was um, being a man, being a godly man, and my heart has been on that since Father's Day, really. And so that was a tremendous show, and we're in the works. We'd really like to get Miss Linda Randall. Love for her to be able to come on the show. Libby Perry as well. Any of the guys from Tribute Quartet, but really,
Mm.
I want Josh Singletary. I'd love for him to come on. That would be wonderful. I sent Brad Steele a message with the Steels today, and just kind of shot in the dark, trying to see if he'd be able to come on the show, this particular show, and never heard back from him. Of course, that was just at like 8:30. So
And we're gonna talk about one of their songs today. Is that right?
Yes, yes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna play a snippet of it, and then
Mhm.
we're going to hopefully just kind of give a quick review. But I'd love to get him on and let
Yeah,
him talk about that song. It'd be great.
yeah, because there's a few songs we're going to talk about today,
Yes, yes.
but
Um,
that song,
did it surprise you?
oh, it did.
It did.
Oh,
So the song
ooh,
that we're talking about, and we'll put it in the show notes and we'll put it in the description below, but is 100
different
different
altar.
altars, 100
Hmm.
different altars by the Steels, and I'm telling you, you'll love
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. It
So
surprised the snot out of me, man.
did it?
Oh my, oh my.
So we're gonna do probably at least three reviews. Now, because of YouTube and because of our podcast, we cannot play the entirety of the song,
Hmm.
but we can
We can
play
play snippets. We can.
multiple snippets of it. So that's what we'll do. And so if you can just be patient with us as we do that, that'd be wonderful. And but we got to catch up, man. We just came by off of Thanksgiving as well,
Yes, we did,
and we
buddy.
got Christmas coming up. So what about what did you do? Did you do anything special for Thanksgiving?
I did. We had a family over. Um, well, let me just say this. I would try to turn this all around, but then I'd make a lot of noise, and we know how James Burke is about his
Yeah, we can't
noise
do that.
and stuff like that when we're recording. But my living room and my dining room and starting in my kitchen looks like Christmas threw up in here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it is crazy. My wife, which I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite time of the year for multiple reasons, but my wife is like a fanatic when it comes to Christmas. If it come down to us eating food or her buying Christmas stuff, she would buy Christmas stuff. I mean, that's just how it is.
Okay.
No, uh, no, I'm just kidding, but I love her. Um, but Thanksgiving morning, the first thing I did, I got up Thanksgiving morning, and while she was cooking, I was outside building her a pallet table
Okay.
for just her Christmas villages. Um, she has villages, or little houses and stuff, the ceramic houses and stuff,
Yeah.
and she has a humongous village that she needed a table for this stuff to go on. So I'll have to show that to you after the show, but
Yeah.
it is it's
So
crazy. But
is she carrying on Mamaw Burnett's um tradition? Didn't Mamaw Burnett have a bunch of that stuff, or is that something that Amanda just does?
no, it's Memo Burnett had little ceramic angels and stuff. This is Amanda's whole deal. This is her ceramic
Okay.
houses, yeah. And so then we had family over, a bunch of family over for Thanksgiving dinner, and then after they left, I got on the roof and hung Christmas lights, and we had a busy, busy, busy Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And so, and the whole, from Thursday to Sunday, we were slap full busy. So
Yeah.
we had a great time. Lord really blessed. What about yourself? I know you were in town. We did not get to see one another. I'm a little bitter about it.
D-
Um, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go any further
I'm
because you know. But yes, and you went somewhere that you did not take me. I'm very bitter about that. And if
listen.
I wasn't a Christian man, we'd be in trouble.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Brian Howard, Pastor Brian Howard in
I'm bitter at him too.
Blackville, South Carolina, is the cause of that. Okay,
Hmm.
so yeah, we had a great time for Thanksgiving, and we decided, we've been kind of, preparing, saving up, and things like that, and so we took our kids to, of course, I used to live in Knoxville, which is
Yeah.
kind of right on the line of Seymour or Sevier County, and so we went to up to Sevierville slash Pigeon Forge to the Titanic Museum,
Hmm.
and so we spent a few hours there.
By the
And
way, you You passed my house to get there.
No, we went Chapman Highway.
Oh well.
I did pass your house coming home though, but um,
Oh, now I'm real
uh,
bitter.
you were at work, so we couldn't bother you.
That's true.
And so we went and did that, did some shopping, things like that, came home. And the next day is what you had an issue with. We went to a place called Top Golf on Tuesday, and just shout out to Top Golf. It's like half price on Tuesday, so that's the way to go. If you want to try it out, that's where to go. But man, it was just it was my family, just four of us, two girls, my wife and I, and then my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. We went, and my sister-in-law, she doesn't partake in the golf. Neither have we. We've done putt putt all of our lives, but Brother Brian Howard took us back in the beginning of November to Top Golf in Augusta, Georgia. I was preaching revival over there, and so we did that. And man, I'm hooked. I am hooked. I went to a driving range yesterday, just to kind of get some information, and the driving range wasn't open yet. So hopefully next week it'll be open. I live right around the corner from a golf course, so I'm 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 bitten. I'm smitten. I don't really know what the word is, but yeah. And then we we just kind of hung out on Wednesday, Thanksgiving on Thursday, and man, so much to be thankful for. That's
Hmm.
not even a cliche. There's just a lot to be thankful for.
Oh yeah.
And then Friday, I really don't remember a whole lot Friday. Um, I don't think we did a whole lot on Friday, and then Saturday we had to come home, and
Yeah.
so,
So
but
you didn't
we
do anything on Friday.
I don't remember. Yeah, what we do. I told you yesterday we did something on Friday.
What did y'all do Friday? I don't
I don't
remember.
remember.
Yeah. I'm
Maybe if
still
I remember, it's just one of those random thoughts that might come up,
I'm
but
still
I don't
bitter about it, but
I don't know. Hey,
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 let me
go
ask you
ahead.
a question. All right, because we're gonna get this is our show. We can do what we want. So let me ask you something. We're sitting here. We're talking about Thanksgiving. Why do a lot of people skip this season? Thanksgiving is just as important as everything else.
Yeah, but see, I can't get on that bandwagon. Because one, because we put our Christmas tree up, like I think we put it up before we went to South Carolina, which was the end of October. Um, but I'll tell you why my kids wanted to do that, and I wanted to do that because living here in Americus, Georgia, most of our Christmases are in Tennessee,
Hmm.
and so we, my girls especially, haven't got to really spend a lot of Christmas in their home.
Yeah.
Even when we lived in Tennessee, we had Christmas morning and that was it, and then we went to somebody else's house. And so now that we are so far separated from all of our family, they want to be able to enjoy the tree and seeing the gifts and the stockings and all that kind of stuff for a long period of time.
Hmm.
So I don't particularly have a problem with, you know, putting up your Christmas decorations and, all that kind of stuff. I mean, you can leave it up all year long. It doesn't matter to me. But as long as you give the day of Thanksgiving quite a bit of thought, I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. I mean, the house can be decorated any way it wants to be, and we play Christmas music. I listen to Christmas music all year long, and I blame Gerald Wolfe for that. I blame Mark Trammell for that. John Epley,
John
all
Epley's my
all of
fault,
those
or
guys.
his fault on that.
So I don't particularly have a problem with it, but I know a lot of folks they go from Halloween to Christmas,
Yeah.
and but there's also not a lot of like there's no Thanksgiving songs,
None.
specifically for Thanksgiving. I mean, we could say thank you, Lord, for I mean, we could do something like that, but um there's really not Thanksgiving decorations. There's fall decorations,
Fall, but
but not
with
Thanksgiving
turkeys.
decorations. Yeah, but man, come on. We need
Oh,
turkey all year long.
don't say there's no Thanksgiving movies because there is.
What?
Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving.
Oh,
We
okay.
watched it. We watched it. So
I have
now I
not
will
seen
say
it.
this: Yes, I think a lot of people go from Halloween to Christmas, blah blah blah. Now, me personally, I think you can put your Christmas tree up whenever. I'm with you. I don't care. Now, I will say this: the night of Thanksgiving is when we put our tree up.
Okay.
My wife would rather put it up a little earlier, which I don't care. I mean, it's just the way we've always done it. Um, but my wife, I think, would like to put it up a little earlier. That way, it's up longer
Yeah.
because she don't want to keep it up all year long because it takes away from it. You know,
Yeah,
if
I got you. It
um,
almost is like you get used to it. It's like, oh, it's
hmm
Christmas. I've had the lights up all year long, or I've had the tree up all year long.
well, I would say this: my Christmas lights on my house, they've been up there since the last Christmas. I
Up
just
air,
didn't.
up air. Is that what you now?
That's what
Now
I said up
explain
there.
to our listeners what up air means.
Uh, it means they're on the roof. That's what that means. They're
So
up there.
air, is that short for there? Is that
Yes,
Sevier County for there?
that's country talk for
And that's
there.
THERE, right? Up
Yes,
there. Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, so they've been up there since since last year, but not been turned on. I just thought I'm not taking them down. That's stupid because why would I want to climb up there 15 times? But I got to
Right.
climb up
I
there
got you.
I got to climb up there anyway because I got to fix them.
Yeah.
So this year I'm going to take them down. I'm going to take them
Okay.
off the roof and then re-put them back up there. But I was just curious. I just didn't know what your thought was on how what your thought was on Thanksgiving and Christmas and Halloween, all that bunched
Yeah.
together. But yeah, like I say, we put our tree up Thanksgiving night, and then decorations go up, things of that nature, because it goes by so fast.
It does.
This year has flown by.
Have you noticed the older you get, the quicker time goes by?
Yes,
I remember being a kid, and it seemed like 4 years before Christmas would come. And now it's like you blink, turn around, put your left foot in, and put your left foot out, and boom, it's there.
it's gone. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like what in the world? I mean,
Well,
in what 3 week, what is this? Is this the 30th?
it's the 30th. Yeah. So,
16
and it's
days. 16 days. I'll be 44 years old.
oh, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Christmas ain't that? Okay,
No.
44,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. Huh.
You've about made it. We're gonna
I
do
know.
you one of those ain't it nifty Reggie's 50 parties when you turn 50. So
Yeah.
how about we do this? We're gonna flip a virtual coin. Do you want to listen to first? Do you want to listen to the Wisecarver? We got two from Wisecarvers that I'd like to do, but we don't have to do. Like this or stay home. Which one would you like to listen to?
Like this.
I like this. Okay. Make sure you hear it through your headphones. Okay, and it sounds good. Give me a thumbs up.
Honestly, I can't believe this is where you brought me to. It's darker here than anywhere I thought I'd ever walk with you. If my tears could make an ocean, I'd ride the waves to a brighter shore. Oh, me of little faith, how can I bleed out anymore?
Okay, so first of all, Kayla Wisecarver, vocals perfect. Would you agree?
Oh my. Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you that I listened to both of these songs, and she knocks this song out of the park. Number
Yeah.
one. Number two, when they all come in here in just a minute, or I don't know if you'll be able to play. I mean, if you can play
Yeah,
part of
we'll
that,
we'll we'll go forward a little bit more, but
yeah.
go
But
ahead.
when they come in on that song, it's like wow.
Yes.
It opens. You go. Mm. There's that little, you know what I'm
You
saying?
feel something on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And this is a good song. It's a really good song. Which
yes.
Wisecarvers, they always sing great songs anyway.
Well, the title doesn't really help you at all.
No,
The
not
title
until you listen to
is
it.
like this. Okay. So, I mean, you fill in the blank.
Hmm.
When you listen to this song, if you're like me, and I've said this before, I've said it in print. I wrote an article for the newspaper here for a year and a half, 2 years, and blog and all that kind of stuff. We've said it on the air on a radio show and everything. And the the way I listen to music, a lot of times I listen to the music first,
Hmm.
and then I listen to the words. And so I've listened to this song a million times.
Hmm.
And then I listen to the harmonies. I listen to, the piano, the bass, the guitar. Um, you try to figure out what that strange instrument is. That's just the way I listen to music. And when you get that introduction is just, it just, I mean, it's just easy listening. And then
Hmm.
all of a sudden she starts singing. And this, like the other song, is a story song.
Hmm.
But I want to play a little bit more, and then I want to tell you something about our church, Lighthouse Baptist Church down here. Okay, so we're going to play one more little snippet of it, and then we'll talk.
Like this, I never had to learn to lean so
Lean so
hard.
hard.
Never had to question if I really do believe that you were everything you say you are. But I've never felt a love that's been so strong.
Okay, so that's the chorus, and there's a little bit more in the chorus as well. But I wish I could play all of it, but I can't.
I know.
So
I
um,
know. I know. I know. I
we,
know. I know.
we're
The
gonna put the link to this YouTube video in ours as well as in the
and
show
you
notes of our
stopped it
podcast.
right when that fiddle comes in.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. But so there's a young boy and a young girl in the church, their brother and sister. The boy only plays the guitar on this song, and he picks it just like you hear it in there. Does a great job. And the sister, Rachel, so it's Nathan and Rachel. She sings the song, does a tremendous job on it, and they've sang it probably, I don't know, 5 6 times at the church. Well, I didn't know this until this past Sunday. Um, it was 2 months ago, a little over 2 months ago, like 2 months and 2 days on a Sunday. They sang this song. Everybody loved it. 2 days later, their dad, Stanley Dewberry, was in a motorcycle accident,
yeah.
and he stayed in Albany for 2 weeks in the hospital, hardly able to do anything. He went to Atlanta, to the Shepherd Center in Atlanta, and he stayed there for a month and a half. This Sunday is the first Sunday he's been back to church. He came home the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and I asked them to sing it. Just hey, will you sing this? And then I got up behind the pulpit and I said, "Hey, I'm going to have Rachel and Nathan come up and sing like this." Just within a minute or two, somebody stood up and said, "Preacher, do you realize that it was the Sunday before Stanley had I'm about to run.
Mm-mm.
It was the Sunday before Stanley had his wreck that they sang this." And he said they didn't even know that they were going to have the faith like this song talks about, like the Bible
Yeah,
talks
boy.
about. But look where they are now.
Hmm.
Stanley's over there bawling.
Mm.
Denisha, his wife, is bawling. The preacher's up there bawling. And they got to singing it. And Rachel just got slam tore up. And
Mm.
she made it through. But I'm telling you what, that song took a whole new life for me, really seeing it in action. And
Hmm.
so, man, it's great. A tremendous song. The Wisecarver, they're our friends,
Oh yeah,
and I tell you, you need to go out and listen.
we're getting them
To
back
this
on the
song.
show for sure.
Yeah. Did you want to say anything else about this particular song before we move on?
No, I was just, I'm just, I was when I saw the title, I was like, we'll see how this works out. And then you listen to it, and I'm like you. I listen to the lyrics. The first thing I want to listen to is the lyrics of the song to see biblically if it's even
Right.
close. You know what I'm saying? But then this is one of my top songs they've done. I'm gonna
Really?
put it in my top three, yeah, because I really really enjoy this song. It was They knocked it out of the park for me.
Yeah.
I know it's got a whole new meaning that what you were talking about is just I ain't got nothing like that, but
Yeah.
to me this was they knocked it out of the park. I mean, well, who they could just sing this all day long and I'll be happy.
All right. Let's go to well let's just talk for a minute.
Okay.
So we need to update our folks. Okay. First of all, we're live right now on YouTube and we have 30 subscribers on YouTube. I really need everybody that's listening to the podcast or you've somehow stumbled upon this on YouTube. Will you please like,
Yes.
subscribe, and share this on YouTube? We've got a plan of some things that we want to do on YouTube, but we need a larger audience. Okay. As I'm watching right now on YouTube, there's really nobody watching. And so I need you, if you will, if you're watching this later or you may come on, you're watching it live, please, 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 if you will, um, make sure you subscribe, share it on social media if you can. We have been very, very active on Facebook and Instagram the last 2 weeks. And so, again, please, if you will, do me the favor. Comment on any of those posts, give us some hearts, um, share it if you will. That way we can have a broader audience. So like and subscribe. Okay, you can even hit that bell button, and that'd be great.
Guess
um
what I'm doing?
what are you doing?
I'm going on and sharing it right now.
All right, Reggie, thank you. So we started something yesterday. Reggie and I have been talking about it, and we decided we were going to start using every Tuesday. We are going to do, ready, Reggie,
I'm
what
ready.
what is it called? Do you remember? It was hashtag,
Something Tuesday.
oh my goodness, Tour Bus Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
T-
tour bus.
Tour Bus Tuesday. And so we don't have a tour bus, but we're going and we're trying to look at different artists. It may be
Hmm.
the same artist every week, it may be different. But throughout the day on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, we want to use that hashtag Tour Bus Tuesday and basically tell you where these groups tour buses will be. And
Yeah.
so maybe you've seen that this week. Maybe you're listening to the podcast. The podcast is going to drop this coming Friday. So um, as you watch this, you can go back and you can listen to it here on YouTube, or you can go to our podcast. Um, but you can also, if you're listening to it on the podcast itself, then feel free to go to social media and just type in hashtag Tourbus Tuesday, also hashtag SOGOPOV, and you can find everything that we've been posting. But that's going to be a weekly event. And if, again, if we can get more interaction from our listeners, then we want to be a lot more active on social media. And so we'd love to hear from you. If there's a group that you want to hear where they're going to be, let us know. So yesterday we did the Irwins.
Hmm.
With the Irwins, we did Ernie Hawson's Signature Sound and, oh goodness, comedian Mickey Bell. Okay, so all of those three were in one because they're going to be with they're going to be with one another. Then we did Greater Vision, Tribute Quartet, the Hoppers, and the Inspirations. And then we also did Karen Peck and New River. I think they're going to be with Bill Bailey, Karen Peck and New River, um, the Kingsmen, and maybe one other group. I just don't remember. And so we did 4 or 5 different groups in posts yesterday, and so that'll get you a lot of different groups that you could see if you're within driving distance. So I encourage you to do that. But right now, how about we do a little bit from 100 different altars. This is by the Steeles. It was written by, I believe it was Joel Lindsay, Brad Steele, and Brad Goldemond.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm not going to do the intro. I'll just kind of start it where they.
Doctor called about David's test.
Okay, so as you're going through, Reggie, your burdens are different than mine. Your weights are different than mine, and I mean, we could talk to 100 people. Every one of them would be different, and there's 100 different prayers going up as well. You look like you're about to bust. Go ahead on.
Oh my gosh. No, listen, let me tell you about this song. Okay, so I was listening to this song and I'm sitting here and I'm listening. And I don't think I've ever heard a song like this. And this is the reason why I'm just like ready to bust, because here it is, a gospel song like this. And I love to hear him sing. Man, that dude can sing, man.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing. I've never heard a song like this because it's telling about multiple different stories
Mm-hmm.
and multiple different issues that people are having that are
Real, yeah.
real stuff that's going on in their life: addiction, um, cancer test, marriage issues, stuff, just different things. And if you watch it on YouTube, it's a video. And oh man, listen. And yes, there is 100 different altars that these people are going to. Especially if you're a Christian, you're going. There's 100 different altars these people are going to for 100 different issues.
Right.
But the kicker, and listen, I'm about to run myself. Ooh, 100 different issues, 100 different altars, one answer.
Yeah.
I better stop. One answer, and it's the same one. Same answer for each 100. And there's got to be over 6 billion people on this earth. If all 6 billion people were saved, let's just say that 6 billion people saved, 6 billion different issues.
Mm-hmm.
It may be the same kind of issue, but it's all 6 billion different issues.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Billion, 6 billion different. Let's just say, everybody's Christian, going to heaven, blah, blah, blah. 6 billion. 6 billion altars.
Yeah.
Look at that right there. One
God.
One God, one answer.
Yeah.
All 6 billion going to one person who can answer every one of them.
Yeah. And hear every one of them. And
hear every single one of them.
Yeah.
Hear everyone.
So people know what you're talking about. Let's listen to some of the chorus.
Their addictions, praying for their children, and healing for their hearts at 100 different altars. One loving God of mercy meets them all.
So I told you we wanted to get Brad Steele on the show. I wanted him to tell us about the whole thing. And I'm not going to do it.
Did he write this?
He was one of 3 writers, yeah. So at the end, there's a tag. I'm going to read you what the tag says.
He ought to get an award for this song.
The tag is what got me. I'm not going to lie to you. If I can find it. Every day the human race has 100 ways to fall. But every day heaven's grace hears each and every call. As they're bringing him their illness, confessing their addictions, praying for their children, and healing for their hearts. At 100 different altars, one loving God of mercy meets them all. Man alive. So Yeah. So we're supposed to be reviewing these things. We're telling you how we like them. I'm going to say like this is 10 out of 10. I'm saying God of Mercy or God of Mercy. I'm I'm lost it. 100 different altars. Let's give them a 10. Let's give them a 10. You want a 10, Reggie?
No,
What are you giving them?
20. Because I'm telling you, I don't. I broke the. It's broke the scale. Yes, I will say this: the Wise covers like this, 10 out of 10, no problem.
Okay.
I don't know, man. It's just something about this song. Um, that yeah, if I could give it a 20 out of 10, I would in a heartbeat. Because it was just that he has got. Um, he has got. If he don't win an award, there's something wrong for this song. Best song, I think, right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I
And,
agree.
you know, people's got different opinions on everything, but um, it's just I don't know, man. I haven't heard, and I like stuff like this. I haven't heard song,
I like story songs.
that I do too, but it's a different, you know what I mean? I've not heard it before, and it's different, and a lot of time I don't like different. I'm just being honest with you. I just don't. I like tradition and blah 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 blah. But this song is a different type of song that I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this has got it. And yeah, when people need to go hear this.
Yeah, they need to. And
Yeah.
and again, we're going to put the links in the show notes. So
Oh yeah,
be
yeah,
sure to
yeah, yeah.
check them out.
All right, so you ready to veer off? Because I'm the one that normally veers us off of everything anyway. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
so all right, so Christmas traditions. Christmas is coming up.
Mhm.
Um, People have all kinds of traditions that they do. Do you guys down in America, Georgia, where you live now, or well, let's start like this: when you were growing up as a kid, did you have any traditions? And does those traditions come to your home now, or do you all have new traditions?
Um Goodness gracious. Well, it's kind of hard to say. I don't think there's anything special necessarily that we did as far as tradition. Growing up, we would always, what like a white elephant gift exchange is. You know what I'm
Hmm.
talking about?
Hmm.
So when we were growing up, our family, at that time, we lived in Florida, and so it was huge, huge, huge. I'm talking 60 people all gathered in one house. It was unbelievable. And so we always had a good time for that. Christmas Eve, we always went to, um, for the longest time, everybody came to our house. Not 60 people, but it was just kind of the immediate family. And
Hmm.
then Christmas morning, we opened gifts at our house, and then we went to my grandmother's. Um, and then when we moved to Tennessee, of course, we couldn't do that because of distance. So that changed. So everything was at my mom's house. And then Lori and I started dating, and so that fouled that up. And then, the day was like, okay, I got to go to her house, she's got to come to mine, and then we got
Hmm.
married, and that fouled it all up again. And then lo and behold, we moved to Georgia, and so that's all jacked up. We had kids, and so we're like, we ain't going over there. We're gonna have Christmas with our kids, and so it's constantly changing. This year,
Oh yeah.
last year, this year, and next year is all going to be different because last year Christmas was on a Saturday. This year's Christmas is on a Sunday. Next year Christmas is on a Monday. And so you and I've had this conversation because of church, and I pastor a church. I do not want to be gone on any Sunday really, but especially Christmas Sunday.
Yeah.
Um, so we've made it a point we have to go up and do Christmas before Christmas and then come back. And so we'll carry on that this year and next year, and then we'll get back to like normal Christmas. So what about you? After all of that,
You hurt my head.
yeah, I hurt my own head.
I think you just should just stay home, have your own Christmas in your house, and go.
Okay.
Y'all want to see me? Come see me. um, hey, by the way, just throwing this out there. Yes, you told me to get my cup, so I did, but it's empty. Because I filled this up with tea, and it's bigger than my coffee cup, so I poured tea in there just to make it look good. But I'm drinking out of this now. By the way, my wife makes killer sweet tea, so shout out to my wife. But anyway,
Yeah, that was nowhere near on subject,
no,
but I
no.
appreciate you sharing that.
So, um, growing up, yes, we always went to. I had two sets of grandparents, so on my mom's side, we'd always go to my grandparents' house over there. And you're right, there was 60, 70 people at in a small 3-bedroom house, and I wouldn't have traded it for nothing. I miss that so much. I miss my grandparents went on to be with the Lord, but um, we used to go there growing up, and then we would alternate years. We'd go to my mom's side first, and then my dad's side, and then next year we go to my dad's side, then my mom's side. So,
Right.
And then on my dad's side, which is brother Justin Pratt, we had on last show. He's my cousin. That family. We would meet at Valley View Baptist Church in Knoxville. They had a big old fellowship hall. We'd meet
Yeah.
there because there was a ton of them. And so that for the longest time, that's what we did growing up. Then me and Amanda started dating, and we had to throw her family in. I had to go to theirs some, and then we got married, and then we would go to my grandparents' house. I think towards the end, when we got married, I think it was a couple of years, and then my grandparents passed, my mom's side grandparents passed away, so they were doing something. But then we'd go to her families, and then now that we have now that we have kids and stuff,
Hmm.
it's about the same thing. But it's changed again since we bought this house.
So everybody's coming to your house, ain't they?
Yeah. Hello. Which I'm okay with, because my house is I guess bigger than anybody else's. That's not me again. I'm gonna throw that out there one more time. It's God's house. I just live here.
Yeah.
But it is bigger, and so people come here, and I like it. I like that people come here. The house I lived in before, it was smaller. You've been there.
Hmm.
It's way smaller than this house.
Yeah.
And so we'd go to different, we would try to have it there a couple of times. And Amanda wanted to start her own tradition of people coming to our house.
Yeah.
And we started that a few years ago before we got this new house over there, but it was crowded, but since we got this house, it's so much better. And when Thanksgiving and Christmas rolls around, especially Christmas, I can see, especially being in this house, I can see a sparkle in her eye when people come over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she absolutely loves it. And so I'm just here hanging out. I'm like, hey, come on over. We've had one of our good friends, mine and your good friends, Brother Ojo, Timothy Ojo, and his wife were came to our church. They're missionaries. And they had to come from Ringo, Georgia. And so they actually stayed the night at my father-in-law's house, which is down the road. But that they come down Friday, and then that Saturday we had a big cookout with my church and Brother Ojo, so they could get to know him. And we had it here at my house, and It was so much fun. We had a blast, and so, but yeah, Christmas tradition has changed since I grew up, and had since from the time I was little till now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Growing up, having your own kids, you want to do things for your kids,
Mm-hmm.
And so when we get to bring everybody here, I think it's awesome. We absolutely love it.
and you know when our kids start dating, you know,
Hush your mouth.
that's going to be different. When our kids get married, it's going to change
Yes.
again. When our kids start having kids, it's going to change again. And so, you know, I love tradition as far as, you know,
Hmm.
Christmas traditions and stuff. But I'm just, I guess I'm resolved to just do whatever I'm told to do.
And you know what? It ain't but a few more years, and that stuff's gonna start changing.
That's right.
Cause
You're ahead of me, so
I know, I know.
yeah.
Your
So
daughter's just started her new job, and
yeah,
she's getting up there already, bro.
that's right.
And
You know,
uh,
it's funny, you know, like your wife, my mother-in-law, a lot of people in the family, they all worked at Burger King. Well,
oh my
now
lord.
your two oldest kids and mine is working at Chick-fil-A. So
Oh
they're
yeah,
starting their own tradition. So all
I
right,
know.
so we're gonna get back to the music and I think what we'll do, Reggie, is we'll just do this last one. And this is Brian Free and Assurance, and it's called Liar, Liar. Okay.
Hmm.
And I really want to play I want to play the introduction and the first phrase or two, and I want to get your opinion on it, and then we'll play something in the chorus. Okay,
Okay,
you ready?
I'm ready, buddy.
Let's go.
I've heard him tell me I'm not enough.
All right. So I saw you playing with your headphones and everything, but um, did you hear that
I
phrase?
did. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who does it remind you of? Vocally, who does it remind you of?
Um, is it? I think you're gonna say a country singer.
No, no. Listen.
I've heard him tell me I'm not enough.
Joseph Haberdank. I don't know.
Yes,
Oh, really?
yes.
It's okay. So
When
yeah,
when I first heard this, I got it. I got it from who was it? The record company. I got it from the record company, and they said, "Okay, here's Brian Free's latest single." And so I downloaded it,
David.
and I hit it, and hit play, and I'm like, "Hang on a minute, that sounds like Joseph Habedank, but maybe a little higher or something." I wasn't real sure, so I looked at it again. I'm like, "Okay, well, that's not Joseph Habedank."
No, it's
So I
not.
listened to it a little bit more.
And no matter how hard you try, you'll never measure up.
So I'm like, man, that sounds like Joseph Habedank. It sounds like his style,
Hmm.
his, you know. And then let me see if I can. Hang on, I'm getting there.
All his words are poison. You're nothing but a bunch of noise. And you might as well get behind me. And in case he needs reminding.
Like that's Joseph Habedank, but it's not.
No,
But
it's
Joseph
not.
Habedank was one of
Hmm.
the writers.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
I got you.
So I'm like, all right, now I know my Joseph
Hmm.
or my Jophus, as we said one
Jophus.
time on accident.
Hmm.
And so I got to listen to this, and you tell me what you think. I'm not going to talk. You tell me what you think. I'm
All
not
right.
going to
So,
talk right now.
all right. So, yeah, because you a little excited. You like a little kid, like a little kid in a candy store. You're all excited. All right. So I was listening to this song, and I was like, here's the thing about this. The title got me. I was like,
Yeah.
oh Lord, oh, what's the deal here? So I got to listen to the song. This is what I call a fun song because it's got that upbeat and it's good and it's going. It's good. Brian Free can sing too. I like to hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The group's named after him.
I know, but I'm just saying. But yes, I like the song. It's got a good upbeat tone to it. I was listening. They can harmonize well together. Those guys are very good harmonization. Yeah, if that's what you want to call it. Harmonization, is that the word? I just said it in the wrong. I said it the wrong way.
I don't know if
Mm.
that's what. I, I was trying not to be critical, but I mean, my ear said, I feel like that's wrong. Uh, You go on. Sorry, Yoda came
they
out in me.
they harmonize very well. Let's just do it that
Har-
way.
harmonization.
Harmonization. Is that even a word? But
I don't
anyway,
know.
but it was a good song. I did very well as far as a Brian Free and Assurance song.
It is good.
Um, I mean, as when
Harmonization.
I can, you got that right down.
Harmonization. Harmonization.
Yeah, see,
Yeah. See, I told
harmonization.
you it was a word. I mean, good grief. Just talk, Reggie.
I'm just saying it's. It was anyway. They did a great job. What is your thoughts on this song?
They did a good job. No,
Well, that's a blessing.
no.
Hey, it was
Once I
the
got past the
harmonization was good.
yes, once I got past the original, Joseph Habedank thing, like I started listening to the words, and because it kind of stumped me, liar, liar, which immediately I kind of thought, it was going towards the devil, you know,
Mm,
which it is if you didn't hear that, but um, I really like it. Like you
yeah.
said, it was a fun song. It was upbeat. Um, Nothing wrong about the song at
Mm,
all, which is one thing I could say about Joseph Habedank is he really has an old soul in his writing.
yeah.
Um, and he's not the sole writer on that. He wrote with somebody, but I just don't remember who it was right now. Um, Let me see if it's got it on here.
They did very good though.
Jason Cox, Joseph Habedank, and Josh Tomlin. And so, yeah, I mean, it's absolutely wonderful.
Mhm.
And I guess you could say it's like a story song, but it's not a subject. But
Yeah.
um, it it's good. It's good. I just for fun value, I've given it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So I'm
All right.
very very pleased with it.
So we've reviewed three songs.
Yes,
Um, like this.
yes,
Liar Liar,
yes.
and well, oh my gosh, I'm trying
A
to remember.
hundred different altars.
100 different altars. All right, three different songs. Put them in order from
Oh
the
man,
most to least. Now that's not saying least. I'm just saying 1 to 3. Top name
probably
those.
just because it's new, it's fresh. 100 different altars like this and liar liar.
Man, I'm with you. 100%.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I'm
Those.
good like that.
Yeah. You're probably think that's bad when you get in my head and go, I think I know what Reggie's going to say.
That is bad.
Excuse me.
But Reggie, if you ever get in mine, I pity the fool because there's so many voices
Hmm.
screaming up there at all times. I'm not crazy. I'm not far from it, but like every phrase I got, it filters through cartoon voices and everything else. And I have to, this is my voice. And so I have to say, no, you stop it. No, I'm not going to stop it. So I got to make sure I get them lined
I
up.
hope you
Like
don't do that when you preach, do you?
they do come out. They do come
Oh.
out every once in a while, but I have to, I mean, it's an issue. I have to stay
Mhm.
on top of it because they'll like just take over.
I
So
mean, you do bring lyrics out of country songs while you preach. So,
not all the time.
no, not all the time, but you have.
And they're good ones. They're not the bad ones. Like
No, they're, yeah,
I got
they're
friends
old.
in low places and stuff. See, you
Yeah.
did it. You did that one. That's you. That's on you.
Uh, I'm not, see, that's what I'm talking about. But
All
yes, that
right.
would be my top. I mean, that'd be the order I'd put them in.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get out of here, but we need your help, guys.
Hmm.
Again, will you please um
Share.
share this video, Facebook, Twitter.
Hmm.
I don't hardly do anything on Twitter.
Snapchat,
Maybe we can get
Instagram.
Elon Musk on here and let him talk.
Ooh,
We'll have to put a
he's
filter
got
because I think
he's got a lot of money.
he does have a lot of money. Speaking of
Hmm.
money, we need sponsors. I really would love some financial sponsors. Again, we've got some things that we want to do. We've got
Yeah,
monthly expenses that we need to take care of,
I need
streaming,
one. I
things
need
like
one of
that.
those things that he has. That's in your face.
One of these.
I think it would help.
No, I have one, but
Oh,
you don't have a computer and everything. So, but if we get a sponsor, because you need something else that's down here,
mhm.
that connects to your computer. But
But I think these are doing pretty well today.
those sound really good. So good
You know,
job, bro. Good job.
those are
Appreciate you
those
stealing
are
that from Bentley
yeah. These are
Mustang.
Bentleys
Yeah.
Mustang. Yeah, these are his gaming headset.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's why that sounds so good.
All right. So we're gonna get out of here, but I need you guys like and share on Facebook. If you will, give us a thumbs up on YouTube and also hit the subscribe and the bell notification.
Yeah, we got
Um,
to do that.
and we want to try to continue to do the live. We will go live on Facebook and
YouTube.
YouTube, but we've not been able to do that yet. Um, so right now it's just YouTube, and that's where I'm concentrating because we need more subscribers. So if you
Yeah.
will, please subscribe. Ask somebody else to subscribe. That'd be great.
We also
Share it.
need we also need them to let us know what groups they really like and want to know where they going.
Or hashtag.
Oh wait, Tour Bus Tuesday.
Yes, you got it,
Yeah,
Reggie. All right, I'm going to
yeah,
give you a raise. I'm giving you 2 zeros instead of just one.
just the one. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm loving
So
every minute of it now.
we're gonna head on up out of here, and I ask you if you will, man, just when we sign off of here, I encourage you to spend some time with the Lord today. Um, do business with Him.
Hmm.
If you need to confess something to God, he can he's the only one that can help you. And if you have a prayer request, man, that's fine too. Send it to us. You can text it 865-315-7996, or if you feel like it's wanted out in public, comment right here. That'll be fine too. Send us a message on podcast. Will you please leave us a review? Share
Yeah,
the podcast too. We'd love for that.
they can
Um,
email us too.
yeah. Mine is James at southerngospelpov.com, and Reggie's is,
Reggie at southerngospelpov.com.
yeah. So y'all stay stay up to date with us on Facebook,
Yeah,
Instagram, we're on there, and YouTube. Okay. So Reggie, we're gonna get out of here. Um, we'll do it like this. Up in Sevierville, I've got the one and only Mr.
Reggie Taylor.
And then, of course, I am James, and we are your hosts today. Folks, you've been listening to Southern Gospel Point of View. I appreciate you listening.
Southern Gospel Point of View.
Yes, sir.